Erling Haaland is going to be making a lot of headlines in the coming weeks. While the current season hasn't concluded and the summer transfer window hasn't started, clubs are already vying for the Norwegian international's signature. The striker reportedly has 5 offers on the table, and we're sure that the number will continue to increase as problems for many clubs are laid bare in the ensuing weeks. Meanwhile, PSG star Neymar says that he's not going to stop playing the game he loves when his contract at Parc des Princes expires, but the Brazilian isn't too sure where he will go next. Thiago Silva was pushed out of PSG and joined Chelsea. The Brazilian ended up winning the Champions League for his new team, while Sergio Ramos has struggled in his first season in France. This is something that really needs to be discussed. Jordan Veretout isn't getting a lot of game time under Jose Mourinho at AS Roma, but the Frenchman has a lot of options on the table. Not only that, Lautaro Martinez was close to signing for Barcelona on multiple occasions. However, it appears that the Catalans haven't given up yet and will try their luck once again. Before we get started, we want to share the sponsor of today's video. The OneFootball app is the ultimate football platform and is a must-have for every football fan, so that you can follow all of your favourite leagues, teams and players all the time right from your phone. You can be sure to turn on notifications for specific players to be instantly alerted when they score a goal or when they are involved in other breaking news. It is the best and easiest way to stay up to date with everything football. Click the link in the description down below to download the app right now. You won't regret it. Before extending with Inter in October last year, Lautaro Martinez could have signed with Barcelona several times. Despite repeated failures on this case, the Catalan club have decided to try their luck again for the next summer transfer window. To compensate for the departure of Luis Suarez to Atletico Madrid, Barcelona had tried several times to recruit Martinez, but that was before his extension at the end of October with Inter. Since Martinez's contract renewal, Barcelona seemed to have given up. Besides, Xavi recruited 3 attackers right after the player's contract extension, namely Ferran Torres, Adama Traore and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But while Martinez could decide against leaving Inter during the summer transfer window, Barcelona would be willing to reignite their interest in the talented forward. According to information from calciomercato.com, Barcelona have not given up on Martinez. Indeed, despite the signings of Torres, Traore and Aubameyang, Xavi is still eager to enlist the services of Martinez in the summer of 2022. It remains to be seen whether Barca will have more success this time around. But with the January transfer window they had, you can argue that the Blaugrana will be able to get their man if they're able to create the perfect proposal. Currently at AS Roma, Jordan Veretout could return to France to wear the colours of Olympique de Marseille, unless a Serie A club comes to put a spoke in the wheels of sporting director Pablo Longoria. Despite doing well with AS Roma in recent seasons, Veretout does not really seem to be on the same wavelength as Jose Mourinho. Thus, the Italian press ensures that he should be pushed out at the end of the season, while his contract still runs until June 2024. That's good news for Pablo Longoria, who would like to bring the player to Marseille. Initial discussions have already taken place, but if he really wants to recruit the French international, the president of OM will have to pay no less than 25 million euros. However, Jordan Veretout is highly rated in Serie A, where several clubs would like to take action. So after AC Milan, it's Torino's turn to get in the way. According to information from Sport Media Set, the Turin club will be willing to offer the 25 million euros requested by Roma, but the obstacle would rather be represented by the current salary of Veretout, who earns nearly 3 million euros per year. A year after the departure of Thiago Silva, PSG recruited Sergio Ramos, a choice that Jérôme Roten has trouble understanding. During the summer of 2020, PSG decided to let Thiago Silva slip away, whose contract was coming to an end, despite excellent performances during the final 8 of the Champions League. A choice that the Parisians justified by the desire to rely on a younger defensive axis, consisting of Presnel Kimpembe and Marquinhos. For his part, Thiago Silva joined Chelsea, where he was joined by Thomas Tuchel a few months later, and with whom he won the Champions League. And while O Monstro shines with the blue, PSG decided to sign Sergio Ramos, who is struggling to find his best level because of recurring physical glitches. Jérôme Roten therefore has a difficulty understanding the Parisian strategy. Speaking to reporters, the former Monaco and PSG star said that while there were questions about Silva's mentality at times when he was at France, he was still a defensive leader for them and helped the club achieve a lot. Indeed, being pushed out of Parc des Princes was sort of a blessing for the Brazilian international, who ended up joining a team that would go on to win the Champions League title. and in his place, the French giant signed Ramos, who struggled a lot since signing as a free agent. The move is now understandably being questioned, because if you look at Ramos' time in France, the Spaniard has been a bet that has gone horribly wrong. Even though he still has a few good years of top-level football left in him, Neymar is already thinking about his career after he hangs up his boots. Under contract until 2025 with PSG, with an option of an additional year, Neymar is not going to stop playing football for now. However, the Brazilian is already starting to think about the future and how life should be once he retires. So what will the forward do once he retires? Could we see him staying close to the game, or maybe he's got other ideas? In an interview with Fenómenos podcast, the 29-year-old made some revelations about his future and said that he doesn't see himself becoming a sports director or a manager. I have a few ideas in mind, but no concrete plans. I'm starting to think about things that are not football related. I would like to work in something different from football. I would be a poor sports director. I would be too relaxed and players would be friends. I can't be a coach, I get angry too easily. However, Neymar has admitted that he would love to play in the MLS and that he's still not going to move on from the game anytime soon. Where will he go next? This is the question that's on everybody's mind. Erling Haaland is clearly not going to stay at Borussia Dortmund beyond the current campaign, and even if the player wanted to stay at Signal Iduna Park, his dad and Mino Raiola would ensure that he finds a new team. Signing the player to any club would make the two men richer than they already are, so it might be a mistake if you decide to bet on Haaland staying put. Moreover, the youngster is the envy of the entire continent, and the powerhouses are now looking for ways to finance the move for the hottest young property in football right now. According to reports, reigning English Premier League champions Man City are in pole position to sign the 21-year-old. Pep Guardiola's side are willing to pay the player's release clause and create a nice financial package for the player's entourage. Not only that, the cash-laden English giants will also be willing to make Haaland the best paid player in the team. Real Madrid are definitely interested in the youngster, but the current Spanish league leaders want to focus on bringing Kylian Mbappe to the club first. However, if the Frenchman decides to go back on his word and sign an extension with PSG, Los Blancos will turn their attention towards the Norwegian cyborg and will push for his signing. Ideally, Florentino Perez wants both men at the Bernabeu, but knows that they cannot finance two heavyweight moves in one window. Therefore, the Spanish outfit would like Haaland to stay at Dortmund for now and then sign for Madrid next year. However, the youngster wants to move on this summer and has other options too. Bayern Munich are preparing for life without Robert Lewandowski. The Polish international will become a free agent next year, and the Bavarians see him as a perfect signing. However, the Germans are unlikely to make their move right now, since they aren't the sort of team that's known to blow a hole in their budget for one player. Barcelona are also very interested in signing Haaland, and Joan Laporta is currently working on a financial package that helps the club sign the striker while keeping the overall wage bill in check. At the same time, PSG might see Haaland as a great alternative to Mbappe if he leaves Parc des Princes for Real Madrid. The Parisians would not be worried about the financial cost of this operation and would happily pay Mino Raiola whatever he wants to get the deal done.